Good morning, everybody. If you're just joining us now, I just wanted to let you know it's not a requirement to have your video on, and we're going to get started for our orientation session. If you happen to see me admitting students as we go along, I apologize, but we're going to continue admitting students just for the first couple of minutes. This is Nashville State's Community College New Student Orientation for Fall 2020. So today, we're going to cover a few goals. We're going to learn about the classroom experience, how to access your MyNSCC account, what prerequisites are. We'll take a look at the academic calendar and we'll share some information with you today about campus resources. My name is Yasmin Fakar. I am a student service specialist too in our admissions office. Today we also have joined with us Ms. Chelsea Middleton Morgan, who's our coordinator of recruitment in our admissions office. Throughout this orientation session, if you have any questions, go ahead and feel free to drop them in the chat, and Ms. Chelsea will go ahead and try and answer those as she sees them. So here's a little introductory video about what Nashville State's campus life looks like. Since we unfortunately can't be on campus for orientation today, we had this video put together by Miss Chelsea just to give you guys a little bit of experience on what it looks like.
You're smart. You're determined. You're ready to learn. There's a college that can prepare you for your future, with degrees and certificates in top career and technology fields. You'll get the hands-on training and latest skills needed to propel you forward. It's Nashville's community college. It's affordable with lower tuition. It's convenient with 6 locations in Middle Tennessee. It's time now for you to apply and register for fall classes.
So, a big question we get asked all the time when students are starting to register for classes is, what in the world am I studying? So, we like to break it up into two different categories. We have our transfer degrees, and these are our degrees where our students are planning on continuing their education at a four-year university after earning their associates. So, this is the Associate of Science, your Associate of Arts, of Fine Arts, Associate of Science Teaching, and there's, just to make a note, there is separate admission for programs like OTA, nursing, and surgical technology. And then our second category is that workforce ready degree. So these are for our students who know they want to go in, they want to earn some technical skills, and then they want to go back out into the workforce. So that's our Associate of Applied Science or technical certificates. So here's some information on how to log into your MyNSCC account. If you haven't done this already, we highly encourage you to log into your MyNSCC account, and this video will show you how. Ms. Miranda Inman in our admissions office is actually the one who put these videos together, and she has kind of a soft voice, so I would encourage you to go ahead and turn the volume up for these videos.
Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss how to log into your MyNSCC account. The first thing you need to do is go to our homepage, nscc.edu, and click on the Login button at the top of the page. You'll then click on the Go to MyNSCC link. When you get to this page, you're going to type in your A number. Make sure that you use the capital A in front of the 2 zeros, and you should have 6 digits after the A00. Your password the first time you log in is going to be your 6-digit date of birth. If that doesn't work, you can click on the password not working link, and you're going to answer some security questions in order to reset that. When you get to the password reset, you're going to have to type it in twice. It is case sensitive. You need to have at least one number and at least one letter, and it needs to be 8 to 20 characters long. All right, so when you get this success, you just click on the Return to MyNSCC, and you're going to log in, type your A number again with the new password that you just created. There you go, you have logged into MyNSCC.
All right, here's how you navigate your MyNSCC account and what kind of information you can find within it.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the MyNSCC video series. Now that we are logged into your MyNSCC account, I'd like to talk to you a little bit about navigating your MyNSCC. So one important thing to look at on here is in this gray column on the far left, there's a link here that says Advising Resources. If you click on that, this is one of 2 places where that you can find your advisor's information. This is very important that you meet with your advisors frequently so that you stay on track to graduate. Back on the far left in the gray column, if you click on Home, we're going to go back over to your home page of your MyNSCC. And the next column over is Connected Services. So Connected Services, if you are taking a web class, it will either be NS Online or Tennessee eCampus. The difference between these is NS Online is taught by Nashville State instructors. All of your fellow students are going to be Nashville State students, and it's charged at the Nashville State tuition rate. Tennessee eCampus, those online courses are through our governing board. So that means your teachers and fellow students could be anywhere in the state of Tennessee. And there is also a surcharge to take those classes, which is not covered by Tennessee Promise or Tennessee Reconnect. We do have online tutoring available through your NS Online, so please feel free to take advantage of that. Even if you're not taking an online class, when you click on this link, it will take you over to your NS Online account, and you will have access to tutors via that. Office 365 is your student email. It is also the Microsoft Office package, which you will have access to. In bold, underneath that link, you will see your student email address. If you copy that and click on the Office 365, it will bring you into your Office 365 account. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can log into mine. And I'm going to say no to staying logged in, but if you want it to remember your password, you can just click on yes. So this is your student email portal. It's very important that you log into this frequently. There might be communications that come to this that don't go anywhere else. So you want to make sure that you are checking this so that you don't miss anything important. So you have your emails here in the center, but you also have access to the Microsoft Office suite. So if you click on this launcher in the corner, this blue box, you can see all of the different Microsoft Office packages that you have access to. So you have Outlook, which is the default, but you also have Word, PowerPoint, SharePoint, Sway, OneDrive, Excel, OneNote, and Teams. This is free, so please take advantage of it. You can use this at home or here on campus to help you with your assignments. You just click on one of the apps, whichever one that you want to access, and it'll take you into that program. So this is the Word Online. You can click and create a blank document. And then just like the Microsoft Word that you may have on your computer, you can just start typing. And do your assignments. It's got all of the same features as the desktop package. I'm going to X out of this and go back to my NSCC. So the next column over is my NSCC announcements and also news and events. If we have something important to announce to you throughout the semester, it may show up as an announcement here. We also have news and events that change out frequently as well. My NSCC should really be something that you're looking at frequently. So please pay attention to that. There might be something important there, or you might find something fun that's happening on campus. On the far right is our Quick Picks column. So there are a lot of links here to important features of my NSCC that you may be using frequently. I'll show you how to navigate to a few of these via another method. But if you forget how to navigate to something, check the Quick Picks column. You might find the link that you're looking for. I'm going to go back on the far left, and we're going to click on My Self-Service. And I got logged out. If that happens to you, just click on it again and it'll bring you back to the login page. And then you'll just log back in again. All right, so when you click on My Self-Service, you're going to get 3 tabs. There's one for personal information, one for student, and one for financial aid. So I'm going to go over some of the aspects of these 3 tabs in a separate video, but this is the important part of the navigation for my NSCC is just knowing what those columns are, what those links stand for, and then being able to access your My Self-Service as well. So thank you for watching this video, and I will discuss how to navigate your My Self-Service in the next video in this series.
All right, and this is Ms. Inman talking a little bit about DegreeWorks.
Hello, and welcome back to the My NSCC video series. In this video, we are going to go over how to access your DegreeWorks and also how to utilize that. So go ahead and log into your My NSCC account, and on the home page on the far left in the gray area, click on the My Self-Service link. It's going to take you over to your 3 tabs. So you want to click for this one on your Student tab or on the link that says Student. And then look for the link that says DegreeWorks and click on that. If your pop-up blockers are on, you may have to deactivate that in order to get that to show up. But what that's going to do, it's going to bring you into your NSCC DegreeWorks. And so what NSCC DegreeWorks is, it's an overview of what you need to do in order to graduate from Nashville State. In the center at the top, you'll see your majors information. If that's not correct, you want to meet with your advisor and get a change of major turned in as soon as possible. Also at the top of the page, this is the second place on your My NSCC account that you can find your advisor's information. So just keep that in mind. That's a place that you can find your advisor. Underneath, there is a degree completion bar. If you are a first-time freshman and you've never taken college classes, it's going to say 0%. If you're transferring in, it might be a higher percentage. But as you complete classes, it's going to show you how close you are to graduating. When you get to the semester before you intend to graduate, that's when you're going to want to turn in your intent to graduate packet. So just keep that in mind, that it's not the semester that you are graduating. It's the semester before. You want to visit our records office to get that intent to graduate and get all of that turned into records. Down below the degree completion bar is a list of all of the requirements for your major. And so as you complete classes, these are going to fill in. It's going to go over all the different classes that you need. Also, if you would like to change your major at any point, you can use DegreeWorks to see how it is going to affect your degree completion status. So, for example, say you were in the business administration program, the Tennessee transfer pathway. That's what you listed on your application. But a semester into that, you decide you want to do the AAS degree instead. So what you can do is in your DegreeWorks, click on What If, and then you're going to find that program on the list. So let's say you want to do the AAS in business. It does have concentrations, so we're going to say you're going to do management. And we're going to process that what if. And it's going to show us a new view of DegreeWorks with that AAS business as the major selected. So if you've already completed some classes, your percentage bar is going to change. It also will change the courses that are required to graduate, so you can go in and see that as well to see how that differs from the one that you had before. You still would need to meet with an advisor in order to change your major. Your advisor does have to sign your change of major form before you turn that in. So be sure that you still have a conversation with your advisor, even if you're utilizing DegreeWorks to try to figure things out. There is a new federal law that affects changing majors, so it's super important that you meet with your advisor It's called Course Plan of Study. So when you change your major now, what it is that financial aid is dependent on the major that you have selected. So you're only allowed to take courses in the degree that you have declared as your major. So if you change your major in the middle of a semester, financial aid has to reevaluate your financial aid eligibility. And if the courses that you're currently enrolled in are not a part of your new degree, you may owe money back to financial aid if you change that major in the middle of the semester. So what I recommend is that you wait until the end of a semester before you think about changing a major. You can consider it in the middle of the semester, but don't turn in that form until you've completed your classes for the semester. That way you're not going to get any financial aid penalties, and also you're going to meet with an advisor on your new major in order to register for the classes that you need for that major for your next semester. That's all I have for NSCC DegreeWorks. So thank you for joining us today.
All right, so here's some important information for all of our students is you want to know your rights as a student. So the Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act, or better known as FERPA, is a federal law that protects the privacy of student education records. So what this means is that if you as a student wish to share information about your admissions process or your financial aid information, you're going to actually have to submit a request to share form to the records office. And also please note that this is important because there are separate forms for the admissions and the financial aid office, so you would be required to fill in two different forms. These are some key things to remember about financial aid. FAFSA for upcoming year opens October 1st every year. The priority deadlines for each term is just July 1st for the fall, November 1st for the spring, and April 1st for the summer. Be sure to check your NSCC email account frequently. Ms. Inman just showed us in our video how to check that email. It's important to be checking this regularly because communication for the school will come that way by email and by mail. You want to make sure you submit all your documentation that's required for your financial aid in a timely manner. And as Ms. Inman said, always check with financial aid before changing your major, dropping classes, or withdrawing from a semester. Please be sure you read and ensure you understand the satisfactory academic progress policy. And if you have any questions regarding your financial aid, their contact information is actually at the bottom of this PowerPoint slide. You can reach them at their email address, financial.aid@nscc.edu, and you can also submit documents to them via fax at that number below as well. So Tennessee Promise, how to remain eligible for our Tennessee Promise student. This is really important that you meet these requirements every single semester so that way you can keep your Promise eligibility. So you have to complete 8 hours of community service every semester. And the great thing about Nashville State is we provide multiple opportunities to our Tennessee Promise students to complete these requirements on our campus. You must meet with your mentor at your set time, maintain a 2.0 GPA, complete 12 credits each fall and spring semester. The summer enrollment is optional. Complete an associate's degree in 5 semesters. And if you have any questions about your Tennessee Promise or your eligibility, we actually have Miss Lisa Johnson, whose email address is below, and she is our NSCC financial aid representative for our Tennessee Promise. Tennessee Reconnect is a little bit similar too. To remain eligible for Tennessee Reconnect, you must maintain a 2.0 GPA, complete a minimum of 6 credit hours each semester. You want to renew your FAFSA each year, renew your Reconnect Success Plan, which you will have gone over with your Reconnect advisor. And our Reconnect financial aid rep is Miss Lisa Johnson as well. And our Tennessee Reconnect liaison is Fred Frazier, and his email address is below as well. So securing your classes with a payment. This is very important because these dates on the right-hand side of the screen the fall 2020 first purge is the 13th of August, which is coming up. So what this purge means is student schedules will be canceled overnight if they have a balance of $200 or more that's not paid by 8 p.m. that night. That process is called the purge. So once we get you in, you do your orientation, we register you for classes, you're going to want to keep aware of the 13th and the 19th because those are our purge deadlines when payment should be in place. Otherwise, you can risk losing those classes. Don't worry though, because there is a late registration period between the 17th and the 23rd. That does incur a $25 late fee, just to keep everybody aware. And also, it's also very important to note that classes do start on the 24th of August, which is coming up really quick. So different payment options that are acceptable. You can pay to the bursar's office by cash, check, money order, debit, or credit. You can also pay online using your MyNSCC account. You can pay using a debit or credit card. And you can also utilize payment plans using the Quick Pay link. Note that these are only available in the fall and the spring. If you have any other questions on what Quick Pay pay links look like or how to do a payment plan, you can contact our financial aid office and they'd be more than happy to help. So our bookstore and our digital course material. This is really, really important because our students save a lot of money every year on digital course material. So what this is students save on average $88 per book. So this is textbooks that get delivered to you directly the day that you buy them. So what that means is you can download books. There's no waiting in lines. Students have day one access through your NSO online account. There's less hassle because the charges for the books are automatically charged to the student's account. It applies to some courses, but not all. So the way you can check that is when you register for classes online, you should be able to see whether or not there's digital course material offered for the class. So this is another little fun bit of information. Our bookstore is actually hiring. So some benefits about working for our bookstore is that they have flexible hours with your school schedule. You get a discount on books and supplies. It's a fun and laid back environment. And if you're interested, you can actually apply using this website below, www.folletthiring.com. Here's a video from our records office. They're just going to introduce themselves, tell you a little bit about what they do.
Hey there, everyone. I'm Drew Kovacs, and I'm the technical clerk in the records office. The records office is located in the S building in room 207 on the White Ridge Road campus. Our office is sometimes referred to as the registrar's office or the registration office at other colleges. Our main functions are handling students' transcripts, both incoming and outgoing, change of majors, and also changing and updating student statuses, something like updating your address or your telephone number. We have a great team of student-driven staff members who are here to ensure that you're taken care of. Speaking of our team, we also house Veterans Affairs and Graduation. Gwen, as our VA support specialist, can you share some ways that you assist our students?
Thanks, Drew. Hi, I'm Gwen Phelan, and I'm National State's VA Support Specialist. I am here to assist our students apply for and use their VA benefits. To learn more about benefits, please visit nscc.edu, click Admissions, then Veterans Benefits. Feel free to contact me at vetcom@nscc.edu. And here is our graduation team, Rosemary and Lisa.
Thanks, Gwen. I'm Rosemary Hackney. And I'm Lisa Shaw. We're the graduation specialists at National State. You'll work with your success and academic advisors to plan the completion of your degree or certificate. And then it is your responsibility to let us know one semester prior to completion of your degree that you'd like to apply for graduation. If you have any questions or concerns regarding graduation, you can contact us at graduation@nscc.edu. Back to you, Drew.
We're here to support you from the first moment that you get admitted all the way through your college career here at National State, and then even beyond that as well. We hope that this video showed some of the ways that we can assist you, but if you feel overloaded with information, as orientation can often be a lot of information at once, You can always come visit us at S207 or email us at records@nscc.edu. Thanks for listening and enjoy the rest of your orientation.
All right, and here's a video on our Access Center.
Hello from the Access Center. This is Katrina Dubree, Director of the Access Center. I'd like to tell you a little bit about who we are. We support students experiencing barriers related to a disability. We assist students on all campuses who have documented physical, emotional, or learning disabilities. The supports we can offer are called accommodations and can include extended time for taking tests, upfront seating, and many more. On the screen is an image of our team, which includes Ann Pulio, Assistive Technology Coordinator, me, Katrina Dubree, Director, and Alexis Sample and Rachel Brown-Lee, our Access Coordinators. So how do you apply for Access Center services? If you go to nscc.edu and you click on Current Students, then On-Campus Resources, you can then click on Access Center from there. Once you're on the Access Center website, you can navigate over to a teal box labeled Accessible Learning. Click here to access AIM. If using a screen reader, you can also navigate to the link that says, click here for online form. Once you get to that screen, you will click on New Student Application. Once we receive your application, you will need to submit medical documentation and have an interview with an Access Center coordinator so we can get to know you better. Thanks for your time.
Alrighty, so here we're going to talk really quickly about our library and the services that they offer. In our library, you can look for books, articles, ebooks, and films. This is where you can go for any resource information. There's computers in our library for our students to utilize. Some of your courses may have textbooks you can check out by the library for a certain amount of allotted times. Our librarians' names are listed on the right-hand side of the screen, and they're there to assist you with research questions, help you locate things within our library. And what's also really important is that our Learning Center and tutoring is actually located in our library. So with the Learning Center can help you with, working one-on-one with your tutors. You can access computers. There's workshops that you can attend on a variety of different subjects. The great thing about the Learning Center is it's run by actual instructors of the courses that you'll be taking. So it's always great to go there if you need any extra help. So our Student Success Center supports first-time, full-time freshmen on all campuses. The advisors provide guidance on academic and non-academic matters. If you have a question you don't know who to ask, asking our Student Success advisors, who are the people pictured in this photo, are a great resource and a great place to start. You'll want to check your NSCC email because they've been reaching out to all of our students who have registered with us for orientation and need to get registered for classes. You can actually reach them if you have any questions about your current schedule or how to sign up for classes using the Student Success at nscc.edu email address, or by utilizing their phone number and calling them during our business hours. But every single one of these people is going to be so willing to help you, not just on providing guidance with academic stuff or classes and stuff like that, but we also have Miss Caroline Bizot here, who is our homeless student liaison. So if that's something that you're affected by, these people are great resources to help you. And here is a little greeting from their office.
Hello, my name is Megan Puzes, and I'm one of the 8 advisors within Nashville State's Student Success Center. The Student Success Center serves first-time, full-time freshmen throughout all campuses to assist new students in getting acclimated to college life. Our goal is to ensure that you have the support you need to be successful throughout your first year in order to set a solid foundation for your studies. This includes both academic and non-academic support. So whatever your needs or questions may be, you can turn to your success advisor for guidance. Students will be assigned to a success advisor after you register for your first semester. Advisors will initially introduce ourselves to students via email, so please make sure you start checking your school email account regularly. You may also find our contact information within MyNSCC. We'll ask that you meet with us at the beginning and throughout the semester so that we can build a strong relationship with you in order to learn how we may best serve you. If you ever have a question and you're not sure who to ask, don't hesitate to reach out to us in the Success Center. You may contact us at studentsuccess@nscc.edu. We look forward to having you join us next semester.
Alrighty, so here's just a little bit about what your classroom experience will look like. So you will not be in class all day, every day. So what this means is either virtually or like in person. Credit hours are something that are usually how many hours you will spend each week in a classroom for that class. So you're going to hear that term a lot. In education, we like to speak in terms of credit hours. Typically, your normal English composition 1010 course is like a 3 credit hour class, for example. Classes are offered in options of 1 or 2 days a week, and then we always want to advise our students to plan to spend 3 hours outside of class for every 1 hour in class on schoolwork. That could be whether studying, writing papers, fulfilling assignments, but it's important that you manage your time well. So attendance. There's a golden rule with education. So if you don't go to class, you're not going to pass. Attendance is your responsibility, and it's also your responsibility to communicate with your professors, let them know what's going on. If you have an emergency, let them know. They're people, they're willing to work with you, but it's always a good idea to keep that open communication with your instructors. So your syllabus is your lifeline for class. It'll outline expectations, it'll outline dates, grading scales, everything you need to know about the course you're currently enrolled in will be listed in the syllabus, and it's always important to keep a copy for your reference. So we will take a look at an example of a syllabus right now. So here you can see it has the course listed. This is an English 1010 Composition 1 course. It has course information, the description, the credit hours that we spoke about earlier. Once your instructor is actually assigned, this is just an example, it will have their name, their email address, their office phone, where their office location is on that particular campus, and their office hours. For our students who aren't familiar with office hours, essentially it's the times that of the week that professors dedicate to being in their office, available to answering student questions or help with anything. You'll also see here in the syllabus required textbooks and materials for the course. It'll talk a little bit about digital course materials again, what the course outcomes are, and the course competencies. So there's a bunch of really good information located in every single syllabus that you get from your instructors. Sometimes toward the bottom part of the syllabus, you'll also see due dates for assignments. So it's really helpful that you keep a copy of this on you at all times. So here is our academic calendar. We'll take a look at that as well. And this is just important to keep you updated on exactly what dates are really important. We talked about the payment dates a second ago and making sure you secure financial aid, but this is our fall 2020 full 15-week term. So you see the registration period. You also see when tuition and fee payments are due, the last day to apply. If you haven't gone to our website or you haven't, looked at this before and you want to screenshot it now, so that way you have a record of it, you can do that as well. It'll even show you, when the university is closed. So we have the Labor Day holiday and fall break and stuff like that. So it's just important to keep that with you. And here's a message from Dr. Jackson, the president of Nashville State. She addresses our students about the fall 2020 semester.
Hi, Nashville State students and community members. I am Dr. Shauna Jackson, president of Nashville State. I wanted to share with you some recent updates to our responsible return to campus plan and fall schedule. Even with all the uncertainty brought about by COVID-19, there is one thing that remains constant. The safety of our students, faculty, and staff remains my top priority. Therefore, we have made some changes to the fall schedule to create a primarily virtual schedule and added some new online options. Nashville State stands committed to providing limited on-ground options this fall, and any class meeting on ground will have protection protocols in place for your safety. We are excited about this fall because we have more support inside and outside the classroom than ever before. Nashville State has used the summer months to innovate how we support our new and returning students. Please know that our faculty and staff have been working all summer to prepare for the fall semester, so you can get the best instruction and support possible. Every class will have an online component, and many classes will be virtual so you can interact with faculty and classmates in real time. The first week of classes will be virtual or online, so we can identify any students that need technical assistance early and provide protection protocols to any student who will be taking on-ground classes. For updated information about the fall schedule, resources available to help you succeed, or questions, please visit nscc.edu/fall2020. It is not too late to apply. The college remains in phase 2 of our responsible return to campus plan. Students are still able to access the campus by appointment only. If you have any questions, email virusinfo@nscc.edu. We will not let a pandemic stop our purpose. You can do this. I and the faculty and staff of this college are ready to support you. Together, we are Nashville State Strong.
Alrighty, and so here's a look at those fall 2020 class options that Dr. Jackson just mentioned. So you can see here there's 4 different formats: our online, virtual, hybrid, and face-to-face. So these are limited, and you can kind of go through this chart and see exactly what kinds of things are going to be offered in each individual one. That virtual course will have that Zoom class requirement. A lot of the courses that you'll see if you're getting registered for classes now, or if you have been registered for classes already for the fall term, is the online and the virtual are our most popular choices for our students currently. So for our students who have already been registered for classes, you may have a class that's been adjusted to a different format. If you registered really early in advance, your in-person class may have been turned into an online course, or it may have been turned into a virtual course that has a Zoom requirement. To check this, you can just log into your My NSCC account and review your schedule. If you need any assistance changing your schedule, you can please contact the Student Success Center. Their email is there once again, along with the phone number. And we're also going to be doing a fall 2020 technology survey. So at the end of this orientation session, you're going to be sent all of the information we've covered so far, along with a link to that technology survey for us to better understand where our students are with their technology needs. So communication, we've touched on this a little bit before. Email is a great way to reach your professors. You want to remember to keep your tone professional at all times. Always put a subject line and sign with your full name. If you're sending an email to our records department, financial aid, or admissions, if you happen to know your A number, include that too. It just helps us pull you up in our system a little bit faster. Please remember that professors are not mind readers. If you're struggling with a concept, then ask. If you need more assistance, then always ask. If you have an emergency outside of class, then let them know. We understand that our students are people and they have actual lives going on, especially right now with the pandemic. So the more upfront and honest you are with your instructors and with people in our administration, the better we can help find ways to help you. So what makes a successful student? So a successful student is somebody who, I just said, asks for help. They make school a priority and a responsibility. This is important. It may not necessarily be your first priority, but it's a priority nonetheless. A successful student is never afraid to ask a question. They complete assignments on time, attends class on time and ready to learn, and they set goals for themselves. So here's some next steps following this orientation session. You're going to want to email recruiting@nscc.edu for new student orientation credit. So please include your A number and your full name and birthday. And you're also going to want to go ahead and get registered for classes. The start of classes is approaching really quickly, and we want to make sure that we can get everyone registered and with the schedule that they like. So please check your email for Calendly links to our student success advisors who will be registering you for those classes over the phone. Purchasing textbooks. So there is actually a scheduled bookstore appointment link that you can utilize through our Nashville State's main website, and most importantly, have a great semester. Welcome to the Nashville State family. We're so excited you're here, and we're so excited to get you ready for the fall term.